said, what ocean are we going to? We're driving down from Houston. I said, well, we're coming down to, Galveston, it's the Gulf of Mexico. And he's like, oh, I heard about that on the news. He said, I read about that in the newspaper the other day. I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, no, it won't be any oil. And then we come out here, and first thing, we come right here, and there's Coast Guard.
As you can see, the beaches are still open. It's not a big deal. I mean, if you have to really look hard to see it. A lot of what we've seen right here is there's a little bit of oil that's come in on some of the hydrilla, which is some of the freshwater plants here that have been washed up on the shoreline. So,
given the fact that it's mixed up with this hydrilla, does that give you a hint or a clue as to where they might have come from?
well, I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. It could have came from another source inland, floated offshore. It could have floated offshore and got mixed in with some product that may have already been offshore. I mean, who knows? We'll make the assessment. They'll run tests as they have with all the tar balls. Any oil that we find, we're certainly going to do some type of analysis to determine basically if it matches anything.
This certainly isn't consistent with something that would have washed 400 miles from BP.
I'm not going to rule that out, but this looks like it's probably a fresher product. So I don't know. One thing I know for sure is we're responding. We're going to ensure that it gets cleaned up and take care of the problem.
Have you had any knowledge or seen what has been collected that's been confirmed as coming from the BP oil well?
I've seen some of the tar balls that have been confirmed.
This is not consistent with those tar balls, though?
From what I'm seeing, I don't know. But as far as the tar balls, I mean, I just got here. I haven't really examined everything that they've collected. I saw some on the hydrilla. It looks a little bit different than some of the tar balls that were collected earlier.
What does this substance look like to you? I mean, have you seen it before?
It appears that there's some oil hydrocarbon product on some of the hydrilla. It's very minimal. What we would consider this to be less than